friends, Joe here at Reverb. Welcome back to another episode of the warm-up routine series. This time, I got the warm-up routine and some tips and tricks from Tommy Emmanuel. It's been amazing. It's been a whirlwind. It's been totally awesome, and we'll get into all of that. As many of you know, Tommy Emmanuel's style revolves around the Travis picking technique. Brand new for me, so this was a thing. Trying to do this and getting into this over the past few weeks and trying to perform it properly was a bit of a struggle for me. And so much so that after a few weeks of practicing this routine, I checked back in with Tommy to see if I was doing everything correctly. And he says, "No, Joe, you're doing it wrong. You got to fix something. It's something very specific. You got to fix it and before you move forward." It's like, okay. So Tommy corrected what I was doing wrong, which he acknowledged that many players who are flat pickers, when they just start fingerstyle picking with a thumb pick, oftentimes this is a habit or this is a mistake that is made early on. What I was doing previously was I would kind of start to get in the groove, and then my index finger would grab the bottom of the pick as if it was a flat pick. Tommy says, "No, you gotta have the separation there with your index finger. You gotta put your index finger to work. You know, pick a chord. I got a C chord here, and okay. So instead of letting that index finger come up and grab the bottom of the pick, let that index finger be put to work." For whatever reason, it helped me to plant my pinky on the soundboard. I noticed sometimes Tommy does that as well, so that's where I thought, okay, maybe that'll help kind of with that separation. So, all that to say, if this is your first time trying the Travis picking technique, be mindful of that. And if your index finger wants to, out of habit, grab the bottom of the pick, try to correct that and try to have independence with your index finger there. Thanks again, Tommy, for straightening me out. Here we go.
I don't have a lot of time doing like modes and scales and stuff like that. I can play them, but I don't sit there and run over them as a warm-up because I like songs. Warming up is not just about making muscles work better. It's about everything. It's about your body and soul and your connection with the music and with the guitar and all that. It's so much deeper than just warming up, you know. When I want to warm up my hands and get all my muscles in my arms and my hands really working and all that, I will probably play a tune like Merle Travis's Cannonball Rag. I'll probably play it over and over until I can feel the blood rushing through my body. You know what I mean? I can feel my hands and I can feel my heart rate in this part of my body when I'm playing, almost, you know?
The first routine that Tommy showed me was just kind of like the first section of Merle Travis's Cannonball Rag. Okay, still working on it. So I'm going to slow that down a little bit. We start on an E7. Walk up to an A, it's like an A7 with a 9. A D7 or D9 really. And a G6. theory-wise, real quick, just wanted to toss this in. This is a really great exercise of extended dominance. These are all dominant chords moving down in fifths. We've talked about this in a couple of other lessons here on Reverb. It is just a really, it's a constant flow of motion. It's forward moving. It's very, it's resolving. So this starts on E7, going down a fifth to A7, going down a fifth to D7, and then resolving finally down a fifth to G6 in this case. So extended dominance, check them out. Move dominant chords down in fifths. Forward motion.
Tell that my brain is kicked in to something and that the blood is flowing through my body and into my hands, and I feel a small rush right now. So
all right, staying in the key of G here, this is the next Travis picking exercise that Tommy showed me. Okay, so thumb pick is going from E string to D string, alternating, and then we have basically a G here. And then we have this shape. So it's like an A minor with a 6. I would look at it as, maybe. You could look at it as a D7 with the 5th in the bass as well. Open G after every one. Same shape, up a half step. And then it spreads here. Okay, this was for me, this exercise was such a precise kind of discipline because it's so specific which finger is going to be landing on which string. And so like just kind of meditating on that it was good for me. It was good for me. And like everything that we've talked about in these warm-up routines and these lessons, it's like, we always start slow. No matter when it was Mateus Asado, whether it was Ariel Posen, whether it was Oriente, like all of these techniques and warm-up routines, it's all about like starting slow, especially if it's a new technique for you. Like this fingerstyle Travis picking stuff has been so challenging for me, and starting slow was essential.
Start a warm-up session with a simple song that got me playing smoothly and cleanly and gave me a chance to be aware of everything I was doing. So a song of mine called Countrywide, I usually play that because it's a nice medium-paced simple song to play. This is what, if I was going to say I'm going to do a warm-up now for the next half an hour, I would play Countrywide first. So. That I started to tap into straight away was the groove, the feeling of what I was playing, and I played some slightly stronger. I dug in a little, but then I played softer. So I'm starting to exercise my dynamics.
Yeah.
I'm concentrating on the groove, so I'm exercising my time and then the tone of, you know, stuff that I played like this. So I'm getting sustain. I'm using dynamics. I'm using time. I'm engaging my brain and listening to everything I'm doing. These kind of tunes are good to get your motor running.
All right, next one is one of Tommy's tunes. This is a beautiful song, and it's in the key of A minor. So, starting out with just getting a routine and hanging out in A minor, just over the A minor chord. A minor is a great chord to just let the Travis picking kind of take shape. Okay, so the chords to the song, I'll kind of walk you through it, and first we'll just do a simple technique on the chords, and then we'll kind of put in the melody and try to work it like that. So we got A minor, G, back to A minor, up to C, G, and that was F to A minor at the end there. So again, a great way to use these chords that you know, A minor, G, F, C, E minor, these chords that go well together and that you can kind of like unthink your chords a little bit and put your focus into your right hand and into that technique. Oh, I'm doing it again. I just did it. I just caught myself. I got to shake that habit. Hard to do. So that lick at the end there is, so the C up on top, F on bottom. All right, let's try that again. I still got work to do on it, but that's the tune. And again, trying to break that habit of reaching up here to the bottom of that thumb pick. Still working on it, I promise. I'm working on it every day.
With the straight pick, if I was to warm up, I would probably, again, play something medium paced, and then I would switch to some faster stuff to get my coordination happening and build up my dynamics and the strength and all that in my right hand. So what I'll do is I'll show you this song, which is a good one to play with the straight. So you're strumming and you're bringing the melody out at the same time. Yeah. That warms up and that gets it all kind of in the pocket. Here's a warm-up exercise for both hands that I've been teaching this one little thing for a long time, and it really helps. I do it in A. It starts on the E augmented and it goes. So I'll slow it right down. Here we go.
Fourth warm-up routine is a lick. It's not a Travis picking thing. It's just a really cool riff, and here it is. Okay, so he just kind of loops around. It's in the key of A. It's a very cool, the way to get into this riff, it's very cool. It starts on E augmented. So we have a C, G sharp, and E. All right, E augmented. Chromatic down from D to C sharp, up to E, F sharp, A. Now we start to feel like we're in the key of A. Up to the fifth, all the way up to the third, to the seventh, to the 9, to the root, and then from there we're coming down the triad, root, 5, 3, 2, 1. And then starting it over from there. So, those are 3 Travis picking routines and 1 really cool flat picking riff. Like I said, I've learned so much from this, how to kind of take a look at what you're doing, take a look at a bad habit, correct it, and then continue on. So if you are struggling with that, like I was, if you're struggling with this Travis picking routine or any new technique that you're trying to get your hands around, stay with it. Be honest with yourself. Be, humble with yourself about, are you actually executing it properly, or are you taking a shortcut, or are you doing this or that? Grab a thumb pick. Work on some Travis picking, even if you don't plan on, recording or gigging live with it or something. It's such a, it's a phenomenal discipline. The focus that is involved with this technique is, like I said, it's kind of meditative. It's a discipline unlike many other techniques on this instrument, I think. So check it out. Thank you, Tommy Emmanuel, so much for everything you do. And thanks everybody for watching. Take a dive into this stuff. I really hope you enjoy it. Reach out if you have any questions, and we'll see you soon on Reverb. Peace.